Gender-based violence is a global issue. The problem is even more difficult to eradicate here in Africa, and specifically here in Kenya, with an unhealthy mix of traditional beliefs, inequalities, and even ignorance. Women are conspired against with this issue, and now even men. Mary Wangoi from Nakuru met Isaac Luboi over 2 years ago. The couple dated briefly, and eventually Wangoi moved in with him with a 7-year-old son in Manyani Estate. After several public tiffs with Isaac, Wangoi decided to move out. Isaac was not a happy man. He threatened to kill her. The following day, this is what Isaac did to his wife in front of her son.
Nikaona bibi akikuja kisema ati kuna kijana yangu sasa na wamechokosana kidogo. Na nikamwambia uende umuite mkuje nyinyi wote ili nikisema kitu mkuu mnasikia nyinyi wote. Ni kweli alienda lakini hakurudi.
I decide to visit Wangoi at the St. Mary's Hospital in Nakuru. She has just undergone facial surgery.
Sasa akachukua kisu na kufunga mlango yake. Akaanza kuomba Mungu. Akisema atendea ataua mtu leo. Sasa akachukua kisu sasa kinisoka na kisu. Tulikuwa mimi na mtoto wangu. Sasa akaanza kizia macho hapa. Hii sasa nikachukua kisu yake nikaitupa huko. Akaanza kuanza kunikuuma na meno. Kunikuwa na meno. Kuna sasa na meno.
She tells me her 7-year-old son saved her life.
Sasa mtoto wangu sana alifungua mlango. Funga mlango sasa tukatoroka mbio. Tukahepa, akatufuata tena. Mimi tena huko kwa shamba ingine kwa shamba ndani. Nikajificha ndani kwa shamba. Hakutuona.
The doctor in charge of the case describes the scene of Wangoi's arrival to me.
This was a rather urgent thing, considering the nature of the injury. We put her through straight to surgery. You don't wait with such things. This one to me is pathetic. We cannot have people biting each other. Human bites are dangerous, by the way, and the public should know.
Isaac Luboi was arrested immediately after the incident. He later pleaded guilty. However, the case did not proceed, as Wangoi later decided to drop the charges and actually reconciled with him. Mental health professionals often come into contact with both perpetrators and victims of domestic violence. So what makes men like Isaac Luboi, Samuel Kimaru, and Cameroonian Peter Luanga beat and/or defile their loved ones to the point of hospitalization?
There's a need to identify why men are actually abusive, and for them to understand that some of it could actually be genetic. Yes, your father was a beater. By virtue of that fact, you may end up being a beater. And also, it will also affect your own children. You know, there are actually trends and patterns like that have actually been traced. If you look back and ask a person, the batterer, he'll tell you he was brought up in an abusive marriage. His mother was beaten. His father used to be physically violent to him as well. He used to therefore sometimes go and save his mother. In the process of saving her, he suffers further violence. The humiliation that any man feels when their mother is touched or hurt affects a lot of men. They cannot tolerate it, they can't stand it, and to them it leaves a permanent scar.
Even though leaving an abusive relationship can be frightening, the risks of staying are far too great. The good news is that there are many resources available for abused and battered women, including hotlines you can call for advice, shelters where you can stay, job training, legal services, and even childcare. You deserve to live free of fear. You can make that happen by taking steps to protect yourself and your children by reaching out for help. And here's a start. For Newsnight, I'm Kobi Kihara.